Alright, what's going on, guys? In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Avenue theme, which is a premium theme developed by the Red Plug design company here in the Shopify theme store. And you may be wondering, why would you decide to choose a premium theme that you have to pay for over some of the free Shopify themes that you can use without having to pay? And some of the reasons why you would choose to use a premium theme is that a lot of the times premium themes are going to have superior performance, so loading times and everything are going to be quicker. They also tend to have features that are built into the theme itself that you would normally have to install a third-party app for, so it will save you potential cost on app subscriptions. And they also give you more design optionality, so you're going to have more options when you are building out your store and more opportunity to make your store a bit more unique. So this theme, like many of the premium themes, does have an unlimited free trial, meaning that you can actually try out the theme, so you can install it on your store and you can customize it, etc. And you don't actually have to pay for it until you decide to publish the theme. So with that said, we're just going to jump right into this review, and we're going to start by taking a look at the demo store. So this is a theme that's most likely going to be best suited for stores that have large catalogs and stores that are going to need a lot of filtering through products, or maybe even multi-level collections, which we're going to be looking at a little bit as we go through this theme. So we're going to start out just by looking at the home page right here. So we're going to just start from the top. So we have our standard header notification here. We have a couple of links up here on the top along with the search bar, and then of course we have multi-language support as well as multi-currency support. And having this built into the theme is always nice because it saves you from having to install a third-party app. So if we take a look at the search bar real quick, if I were to just search like chainsaw, for example, we can see what their search bar looks like. So we can see this isn't just a standard search result that would come from, say, some of the free themes here. So we can see by default we have 3 products showing up here when we search, and then we have 3 collections, and then we have 3 articles. So we're essentially showing results from our products, collections, articles, and then we have our pages here as well. So it's a pretty advanced search bar that's very visually appealing right here. So that's pretty cool. If we close this out, we can see that then we have the menu here, and if we hover over these different categories, we can see we have some multi-level menus here where we have the main category that we're hovering over, then we have these subcategories, and then we have these categories here below it. We can see that this is leaning into the theme of having a large catalog with a lot of different categories here, and we can see that it looks the same here in every category. So scrolling down here, we have our customizable header with this background video and the heading text along with the subheading text. But if we come down right below it, we can see that we actually have a filtering system, which is one of the main benefits of this theme. So this is going to allow customers to actually filter for the products that they're searching for. So if I were to click select here on the first one, let's say we would just filter for chainsaws, and then we could choose a specific use in this case, so professional, tree, etc. So let's just say homeowner. Then you can filter by bar size, and then you can click on search, and it's going to give us results here for the specific filtering that we just selected right here. And we can see our selections right here, and we can come in and actually change them here on the left as well. So the filter function is definitely very helpful, especially if you have a lot of different products that have a lot of different subcategories or product options. So if we were to go back home, you could see that you could do this same process for different types of products. So let's say we did it for like lawnmowers, home, power source, and search, and it would be the same thing again. So this is going to be one of the main draws of this theme, is this filtration functionality right here. Setting up the filter section inside of the theme customizer is also pretty simple as well. You just have to add in the advanced filter section that can be seen right here, and you can customize different parts of the section itself over here, such as the heading, the subheading, etc. And in order to actually add in your different collections that are going to get filtered, all you'd have to do is add a collection in. So if we were to click on one of these, you can see that we can select our collection right here, and then down here we can just add in our filters. So in this case, this collection has 2 different filters. So the collection would show up here, filter 1 would show up here, filter 2, and then we'd search. And you can just go through for each one of your different collections that you want to have filtered through and add them in here and set up your filters. Now, if we continue to scroll down the home page, we can see that we have sections right here, and then we have another background video section with text, and then we have our different collections right here. We have a little email promo banner. We have some additional collections down here, another background image with a header with a little call to action, and then another one of these sections here with the blocks. Then we have our collections and sub collections here showing again. So now we're going to jump over and take a look at a collection page. So let's say we were to open up this collection right here of mowing and planting. We can open this up and it would take us to this collection page right here. And we can see that this is operating as a multi-level collection. So we can see that normally when you click on a collection page, it would just be all of the products in the collection here. But in this case, we have a larger collection, which is mowing and planting. And then we have some of these smaller collections inside of it, which is mowers, gardening tools, trimmers, etc. So then we could go ahead and narrow this down by, let's say, clicking on lawnmowers. And then we can see that now we see a couple different things that are even more specific inside of lawnmowers. And then we obviously now have all of our lawnmower products here. And this multi-level collection capability is evident pretty much in every one of these examples. So we went through mowing and planting and lawnmowers, but you could also go through sawing and cutting, and then go down the chainsaws, etc. And we can quickly take a look at how sub-collections are actually set up inside of the theme. So inside of the customizer on a default collection template here, we can see that if we just add in a section for collection pages, which is right here, we have this subsection here, which is displaying the sub-collections that we have right inside of here. And these sub-collections can be set up pretty simply. So if we head over to the theme settings and we open up collections right here, we can set our sub-collection navigation right here by choosing a navigation menu, which we can see is selected right here. And you can create this by going into your online store and going into your navigation, and you can see here that you can just create a menu called sub collections, and then we can add in all of our collections here. So we have all the upper level collections right here. If we open this up, we have the middle level collections here, and then if we open this up again, we have the bottom level collections right here. So creating the sub collections inside of the theme, you can do pretty simply just by creating a multi-level menu in here and then adding it inside of the theme. So let's actually take a look at the collection page itself. So we can see that now that we're able to browse products, we can see that if we hover over them, we're seeing a different image. So you have your default image and then your image shown on hover. We have our sorting and filtration mechanisms over here on the left. So we can sort by price, type, use, source, etc. And you're going to be able to customize your own sections in here. And we have a quick shop option. So if I were to click on this, we can see that we can see a smaller version of the product page right here with the variants. And we could choose to add it straight to cart from right here from the collection page. And there's also a comparison feature here. So if I were to compare, let's say these first 3 lawnmowers. So if I were to check all 3 of these and click on compare, we can see that it's going to bring up a comparison that lets us compare up to 5 products. So we have 3 here. So we're comparing all of these side by side. So we can see all of the different individual details for the products right here. And if we wanted to click on more product details, we could do that, which would just take us to the actual product page. So between the high level of filtering and the ability to set up multi-level collections and actually compare these different products, you can see how this theme is going to be beneficial for stores that have a very large catalog with a lot of different categories. And if we take a look at the comparisons here inside of the customizer, setting this up is pretty simple as well. So if you came over to theme settings and you opened up product grids and rows and scroll down, we can see that we have these different meta field sections right here, and that's what the comparison feature is using. It's using these different meta fields to pull the data from each of these products to form the comparison. So we can see here power source matches up with power source, use matches up with use. And if we were to come down to this one here, tool type, we can see that this one is not relevant for these products here, so it's not showing up. So it's going to dynamically show the meta fields that are available for these specific products being shown in the comparison here. So now we can actually move on to the product page. So if I were to just click on one of these products, we're going to take a look at the product page now. And one thing to mention is while we are taking a look at one template here inside of this demo store, there's actually 5 different product templates that come with this theme, which we'll be taking a look at a little bit later on. And we can see that on the product page, we have our product images here on the left by default. We have our description, title, and we have our options right here. And then we have the option to put in this free shipping notification here as well. Then we have this pickup available, etc. Scrolling down the product template, we have a features section. We have this section here with 3 different tabs showing different details about the product. Then we have some recommended products down here. We have a recommended product section down here, and then we have a similar products section being shown here, and then of course we have reviews as well. So we're going to scroll up, and I'm going to add this to cart just so we can see what the cart page looks like. So by default we have this little pop-up, and if I were to click on view cart, we can see that we have the optional free shipping notification again that we can show, and then we can add in seller notes, a PO number, etc. And then we have an agree to terms checkbox that can be optionally shown as well. So depending on what you're selling, you may need to have your buyers agree to specific terms. So that's built into the theme as well. And scrolling down, we'll also be able to see our recently viewed products inside of the cart. We can see that I'm going to come up here and switch to theme style, but as we do, we can see that an exit intent pop-up will show up. So that's another thing that is built into this theme here. The exit pop-up is also really easy to customize here. We can see with this section right here, we can customize the heading, subheading, and then the text down here as well. And then we can choose the display delay in days. So this is how many days have to pass before this is going to show up once again. Then we can choose the content that's going to be added into the pop-up here, which in this case is just going to be this message and email. But if we wanted to add in specific questions, we could use these survey options right here to do that. So if I were to switch this to one of these different theme styles, we can see that by default it comes with 3. We can see that the filtration and multi-level collections works the same here. So if I were to click on like men's tops, and then we click on like hoodies, and this is another sub collection, and then we have all of our hoodies right here. We have the same quick shop options here, and since this is a clothing store, we get the option to see the color swatches here that are showing up. And then if I open up this product, we can see our color swatch options here are supported as well. So now let's go ahead and take a look at this theme inside of the customizer. So if I were to jump over here to the theme customizer, we can see that we have this theme installed here on a demo store. And like with a lot of premium themes, you'll notice that whenever you go to add a section, so if I were to come down here and add a section, you're going to see that there's going to be a lot of different options that aren't always there. So sometimes you're going to have your standard ones within Shopify, like image with text, etc. But then there's going to be a lot of specific ones that come with this particular theme, like the advanced filter, the basic filter. And also with these sections, if we were to open one up, let's say I'll open up the advanced filter, a lot of the editing and customization for all of these sections is going to be very similar. So we can see here that we have this banner section, which lets us customize the heading, whether or not we want to use an H1 tag, which is going to have SEO implications. We can edit our font size, text color, etc., the alignment, all of this stuff. We have other different color options down here. We can also choose whether or not we want to lazy load images, which is going to help with SEO performance as well. And if I were to switch over to a different section in here, so like the video background, so you'll have these ubiquitous sections throughout, such as heading size, subheading, and they're all very easy to edit. You can add in button links, change the type of the button, we can change the text color to something else, you can change the alignment and all that. So the editing and customization process when you're setting up this theme is going to be pretty straightforward, because all of the features across all of the different theme sections, etc., are going to be extremely similar. So the editing process for each section, even if it's a different section, is going to be very similar in that regard. So let's take a look at what the collections would look like in the customizer. So if I were to just open up the default collection here, and we open up the collection pages and bring up the editor on the right, we can see a lot of the same things that were from the sections, where we have the heading, the H1 tag, font color, etc. And if we were to scroll down, we can choose here. This is the option that we were referring to before with the sub collections. So we can show sub collections here, but we have to have 2 or more sub collections to actually be shown. In this case, in this demo store, I don't actually have sub collections created, but this is where we could enable that right here. And then we have a lot of other standard editing here, where we can choose how many collections to show per row. We can choose whether or not to show our product sorting options, as well as breadcrumbs here as well. And then we have our lazy load images, just like we do in every other section. And if we jump over here to the product page and we open up the product template now, we can see that there are some custom sections here that come with the theme, such as breadcrumbs right here that are showing up for easier navigation. We have the free shipping messaging right here that we took a look at in the demo store that we can choose to add or delete in this particular case. And there are some other custom blocks that come with the theme as well, such as line item properties, which you can add in and customize over here. There's tooltips, which you can set up easily right in here. And then the custom liquid sections, you can choose to have them automatically reload on variant changes. So if you want to have custom content that is dynamic based on the variant that's selected, you can do that with these custom liquid sections right here. The theme also comes with a couple different templates for your collection pages and your product pages. So if we were to jump over here, and if we open up the default collection, we can see that it looks like this. But if we were to take a look at collection 1, we can see that it gives us a different template that can be used here. Same with collection 2, gives us a bit of a different layout for that as well. So that gives you a little bit of optionality for your collection pages if you don't want to create your own custom template, or it just gives you a starting point to use. Same with products. So with the products, there's actually going to be 5 different templates instead of 1. So we have the default template here, and then we have 4 more product templates down here. So you can check out each one just by opening it up and scrolling down, and we can see that there are some, that each one has its own unique layout. So there's a lot of different options for you to choose from. You can have different starting points, which will help save you a lot of time when it comes to creating a unique product and collection page for your customers. So overall, as we've noted throughout the video, this is going to be a pretty solid theme for stores that have large catalogs that specifically are going to be looking for advanced filtering. So if your customers are going to need to be filtering through your products and you need to be able to sort your products through multi-level collections, then this theme would probably be a pretty good fit for your particular store. So with that said, that's going to be the Avenue theme here in the Shopify theme store. You can check it out by searching for Avenue in the theme store or clicking the first link in the description down below. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel for more videos, and I'll see you guys at another one.